everybody, welcome to Six String Guitar. We have Chris Stapleton's Whiskey and You. This is one of my all-time favorite Chris Stapleton tunes. It really is a great tune. It's a great acoustic tune. It will help you as well with your picking, your flat picking, not your flat picking, your thumb picking and all your fingers. And it's just a great tune. He does it sololy. So we're just going to get right to it, and we'll see you on the zoom in. If you like what you see, please subscribe to my channel, Six String Guitar. Hit that like button to help the YouTube algorithm, and smash that notification bell for any future videos that I will be posting. Anyway, stick around. We're going to zoom in, and we're going to get right to the lesson. Alright, welcome back. We're zoomed in. We're going to take a look at Whiskey and You by Chris Stapleton. And the very first thing we're going to have to do, we're going to have to tune down the top string to a drop D tuning. So we're going to take the E string and we're going to tune it down to this tone. So it's going to become a D. So that's going to be your drone. So you're going to hear that throughout the song. It's in the key of D. There's basically 3 chords in the song. Where it's a drop D, it's different chords. So it's going to be a D chord, an A chord, and a G chord. You're not going to be playing the traditional D chord. You're going to be picking through the notes there with your thumb and your index. So basically how it starts off, the intro, we're going to be using our thumb and our index on. Our thumb is going to be plucking the 6th string, and the index finger is going to be plucking the 4th string. So once you got the guitar tuned up and drop D tuned, it should sound like this if you do a D chord. You can hear that. You can hear that D, that low D. So what we're going to do, we're going to start off. The intro is basically the same as part of the verse, but we're going to get into what's happening here. So the very first thing that Chris Stapleton does, he's going to strum down on the top 3 strings with his thumb. It's like he's brushing down to start off the intro. And he's going to do it something like this. So that's how he's going to do it. So, and you're going to have your index finger on the 4th string of the 2nd fret. And basically what you're going to do, you're going to hammer on to the 4th fret of the 4th string, and you're going to keep that drone going. You're going to keep plucking, and you're going to slide up to the 5th fret of the 4th string, and then to the 7th fret of the 4th string, and then back to the 5th fret of the 4th string. So I'm just going to show you, and there's just this is how it's going to sound. So we're going to start it off. It's going to happen twice. So it's going to go. So that happens, and it happens twice. So you're going to strum down and on the top 3 strings with your thumb, and then you're going to hammer on with your ring finger on the 4th frets. So you're going to go. And then you're going to start the alternating between your thumb and your index finger. So you're going to go, and you go back on the top, and you repeat that there. So you're going to go, and then you're going to go, you're going to slide in, you're going to pick from the 4th, and you're going to slide in, and then again, and then you're going to go slide again, and then you're going to go back here, and you're going to repeat again. And that happens twice. So let's just reiterate it again. We're going to pick simultaneously, and then we're going to hammer on to the 4th fret. So we're going to start, and then we're going to pick, and then we're going to go pick the E string, and then we're going to slide up from the 4th to the 5th, back to the E, and then we're going to pick the E. Again, we're going to slide up to the 7th, and the E, back to the 4th, back to the E again, or the D, the low D, we'll call it the E string, and then E, and then we're back into it again, repeat. And that goes twice. So then it's pretty much the same. You could get away with the on the verses when it comes in, there's a bottle. But how it's normally done, instead of brushing down on all 3, you're just going to play these 2 strings, and you're going to pick these 2 simultaneously to start the verse. You're going to go alternating, slide, back, do it again, pluck onto the 4th fret, back to the 5th, keep it, slide up to 7, back to the 5, back again. And that's where he says, there's a bottle on the dresser by your ring. And here's the next part. So it's going to be a B minor 7, and it's empty. So we're going to go from a B minor 7. So this is how you play your B minor. You bar all the 2nd fret from the 5th string down. You take your middle finger on the 2nd string of the 3rd fret, and your ring finger on the 4th string of the 4th fret. Alright, so, and what we're going to do here, you're going to pick, and actually you're not even picking that string. You could actually do it like that, but where you're so used to doing a B minor or what have you, just do a B minor 7 like that, like so. And you're going to pluck your thumb on the 5th string. And I tend to, because the rule of thumb is you always, when you're playing fingerstyle, normally, your index goes here. Only for this song where you're alternating, it would be a thumb. Normally the thumb looks after the top 3 strings, or the bottom 3 strings, I should say. And your index looks after the 3rd, your middle looks after the 2nd, and your ring finger looks after the 1st. So in this sense, we're going to be plucking simultaneously, or not simultaneously, but we're going to be plucking the 5th string and the bottom 2 the highest two strings, the E and the B string, simultaneously together. So we're going to be using our thumb on the 5th string and our middle and ring finger on the 1st and 2nd strings. So it's going to sound like this. So you're going to start with there. You're going to start twice, twice, then up, and we're going to do this. Back again with your finger, your middle finger down on the 3rd string, 3rd fret of the 2nd string. Sorry, I'm getting tongue-tied here. So it's, and it's empty, right? And it's empty. So right now I don't mean a thing, and I'll be, and you're back to the main run again. So let's just look at that again. So we're going to do a B minor 7, and we're going to start here, and it's empty, right? So we're going to pluck these two simultaneously, and then we're going to, so it's twice, then off with your middle finger, twice, then back, off, and then you're back to the main run again. So that happens again as he starts singing. And you're back. And then you go back here again, but here's the other pattern. So you're gonna pluck again the same as we just did on the B minor 7. We're gonna go twice. So we're doing the top 2 strings with our middle and ring finger. We're gonna go 1, 2, and then we're gonna let up our index finger. We'll take the bar off, and we're going to pluck the same strings again. Twice. And here's where the hard part comes in. So he's going to slide in, right in, we're going to bar right to the, it's outlined in an H-shaped chord, but he's going to go. That's what he's looking for. Sometimes it's hard to do when it's slow. Forgive me for making a mistake then. So he's going to go. Now, I've watched him play on the ACM Awards and so forth. He actually, when he's holding this, one of the notes, where he goes up here to pick up one of the notes, but I go down on the 3rd string to get the note instead of coming up here, because for me my fingers are small and they don't stretch. But you could do it here, but I just find I can't do it. And if you're new at guitar or a fairly new intermediate player, you might just want to stay in position and basically just skip the string instead of trying to do it. So we, to irritate this again, we're just going to go. That's what he's got. And it goes, that's the difference between whiskey and you, right? So what he does there, he slides in to the 5th fret with a whole bar. So he bars right across. And he goes, and then he plucks the 5th string there, and then he does it again, and he hammers onto the 7th fret. and then he picks, then he skips the string. That's what we're looking for. So he goes. So let's just break that down. It's a little bit tricky. As I said, I'm skipping the string there because I can't get the reach there and with my pinky without changing my position. It's very hard for me to do. So I figured that would be the easiest way, and the easiest way for a lot of people. So let's try it again. So we're going to slide in, and then we're going to pick with our thumb the 5th string of the 5th fret, and we're going to hammer onto the 7. We're going to go, and then we're going to pick it once more, and then we're going to pick the 3rd string on that bar, and then we'll go, and then we're going to put our pinky on the 9th fret of the 4th string, and we're going to pick these two simultaneously. So we're going to pick the 5th string and the 4th string simultaneously. And that is the end of the phrase. So it goes. Then what comes next is the D, is a regular D. He goes, that's the difference between whiskey, A, and you. And he starts off again with the run again, the intro run again. And that's the second verse. After the second verse, it gets into a chorus. And it starts off on an A and it goes to a G. And I've seen them played a couple of different ways. We're in drop D. A G chord, it's like this. But I would just play the top 2 strings and just fret the G chord. So that's what he's doing. And he's using either his thumb, but I kind of tend to use my index finger to get the nail, to get where you're not using a pick. It acts as a pick. So I would play the G chord like that. And he plays an A. The A chord I would do this way because he's going to do like a hammer on. It's almost like a Keith Richards in. So he's going to do. He's just going to do a quick A, and that's really to a D chord. You're just going to hammer on there because that's your C shape. So that's C sharp and then D. That's a D chord. So if you do it that way, you won't be able to get that in. So bar off your A chord, and I'll show you there'll be a diagram there on the screen as I'm going through this tutorial. And so we'll do the chorus now. So let's go. So it goes, one's a devil, right? One's. So I'm just going to start into it, and then I'm going to do the chorus. Is the best way for me to do it. All right, here we go. One's a devil. One keeps driving me insane. At times I wonder if they ain't both the same, and one's a liar. And it goes back to a D. So he's going to go back in, liar. heals me hardly from my pain. So that's how it goes. So we're going to start off on the A, and you're just going to do some down strums, and then you're going to, one's the devil. So you're going to hammer on there after, one's the devil, 1, 1, 2, 3. Let's try that again. It's so hard to explain when you're slowing it down. So one's the devil. On 2, on the 3rd strum, you're going to hammer on. One's the devil. Right? And you're going to on the 3rd strum, you're going to hammer on, and keep it down for one more strum, and then you're going to go to a G. You're going to slide in. One keeps driving me insane. Try it on the top 2 strings. Da, 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 back to A. 1, 2, do, 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 G. And one's a liar. Back to this run. Helps me hide me from my pain. And we're going to go. So we're going to do the B minor 7. One's a long open, and then back to that again. That's the difference. Back here, just do a strum, this room, between A and you, and then it goes back again to the, like the intro. Do that twice, and then you're back into the 3rd verse, and then it's the same again. And so on. And after the 3rd verse, you're going to do the chorus again. One's the devil. You're going to start off on the A. You're going to, after 2 strums, G, 4, back to G again, and one's a lie, back to the run again. It helps me hide me from my pain, and back to the B minor 7, up, back to D. This is the difference between whiskey. Now, here's where it ends. Whiskey and you. So ends on a B minor 7. You. Then you're going to pick open. You. That's what you're going to do. So you arpeggiate through the B7. You're going to go. You're going to pick. Normally what I do is I pick this one, the 5th string with my thumb, and I pluck the last 3 down with my fingers. You, and then you go open, and then you slide into a G. Oh, that's the. Then you're to a D difference between a whiskey. You, and he does this. So let's try that again. So he's doing that. Oh, that's the difference between whiskey and you. Then you can either strum down, and then you can pick up. And then take this index finger off and hammer on. You open, and so you pluck the 5th string open and you hammer on. You do this, and then you go D, and then you strum out. And that's how it works. So that's the difference. Oh, that's the difference between whiskey